Hi everyone, my name is Tim and today I'll be sharing with you how to do a salmon and cream cheese frittata, which is also known as a crustless quiche. This is a breakfast dish and it's something that's really simple to do and something that you can do beforehand, right? Today's dish we will be using Anchor's cream cheese, Anchor's Culinary cream, and Anchor's unsalted butter, right? It's a very simple recipe and it's something that you can get any kind of ingredients that you have in your home. And the base of this whole dish is eggs and cream, right? So for today's recipes we have potato, salmon, a bit of spinach, spring onions, garlic, tomatoes, some eggs, and the cream cheese as well, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do first is that I have 6 eggs over here. I have 6 eggs here and I am going to add in a little bit of culinary cream, which is about 70 grams. Okay, I've got salt and pepper, so it goes in, and then what you want to do is just to whisk everything up. So doing this basically seasons the eggs and also the cream as well also, right? So just give it a nice whisk, whip everything up, make sure that the salt and everything is all dissolved, right? And set it aside. Okay, so now we have the eggs mixture. We set them aside. We get a little bit of butter, Anchor's butter. Melt them in a pan. So before that, earlier on, I've already pan fried the potatoes. As you can see, it's already half cooked. What you want to do is just to give it some color, give it some flavor, but you do not want to overcook them as you will be cooking them at a much later stage. Okay. So we get the butter melted first. Alright, so once you can hear the sizzling of the butter, in goes the salmon. For the salmon, so what I did is that I just basically chop them into chunks, right? You want them, depending on your own preference, you can have them to be smaller slices, or if not, you can always have them to have bigger chunks. Okay, so we want to give them just a light fry, bearing in mind that salmon cooks really fast. So this is just to stir it and also to flavor it as well. I like to use butter in my cooking because butter always gives a lot more flavor. It gives a dish much more depth, right? If not, if you like, you can also use olive oil in this dish as well. Right, so once you have the salmon slightly half cooked, okay, you put them aside together with the potatoes. Okay, and in goes your garlic and your scallions. So we just want to give this both a light fry. So cooking the salmon beforehand releases all of its juices as well into the pan. So which will also flavor up all of your vegetables and all of your garlic and the scallions as well, right? Okay, so once I see my garlic already starting to brown, giving its flavor, releasing all of the oils. In goes back my salmon and my potatoes. Alright. So I'm just gonna give them a light toss. Okay. So frying out of the potatoes first helps the potatoes to actually cook faster and also to give it a bit more fragrance, because you also char a bit of the surface of the potatoes as well. Okay. So then we give it back to the bowl, and then we add our spinach. Okay. So what you want to do is just to wilt all of the spinach, and essentially you want it to just be half cooked as well. As you can see, this is actually a one pan dish, so it's really simple to do. You can use any kind of vegetables that you have. You can also use like mushrooms, onions. Really, it's really up to you, whatever that you can find in your fridge. Okay, so once you can see the spinach wilting, in goes back the salmon and everything else which you just fried. So this makes it easier to actually cook the spinach, and so that you have more space in the pan as well, right? Okay. So once you have everything all mixed up properly, that's when you add in your tomatoes. And the reason why I'm not frying the tomatoes beforehand is because tomatoes cook really fast, and because I want to have a chunkiness and the bite in my dish. Right? So once you have everything inside, then in goes your egg mixture. Right. Okay, and this is when you want to turn down the fire to just a very low heat, and you want to gently just mix everything up. So this is essentially spreading all of the ingredients, making sure that every bite has everything inside. Okay, so mix everything up, flatten it. If the fire is too hot, you can always off it first. So at this stage, what you want to do is just to get your Anchor cream cheese, which you can use a teaspoon or even even a small spoon, just to get it into small chunks. And then we're gonna insert all of the cream cheese inside the frittata. And the reason why is because we want them, we want it so that when you cut the frittata, you get chunks of cream cheese, and it's really delicious, because then that gives you a different mouthfeel as well also. Alright, so the amount of cream cheese is really up to individual. I like to have much more cheese, of course, so which is why I put way much more, but it's really up to you, and it's really up to your own personal preference, right? And so we're gonna reduce the heat. It was off just now, and then I went to turn it back on. Reduce it to small heat. Okay, having a lid, just cover it. And at this stage, you can always choose to put it inside the oven as well. Also, and it's really up to you. But in my case today, I am teaching you this method, which you do not need an oven. You can just use a pan, right? Later on, I will also teach you how to also flip this so that we make sure that everything is cooked. Right, so we make it low heat. Clean up the station a bit, make sure everything's all neat and tidy. Okay, so as we are waiting for this to cook over the low heat, letting the surface caramelize, giving it much more flavor as well, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Anchor cream cheese, right? One of my favorite brands of cream cheese is definitely Anchor. There's a reason why, so it's because it has excellent bake stability, meaning to say that the cream cheese will not split, It has a very creamy, delicious mouthfeel, really, really nice flavor, right? And it's also perfect for both hot and also cold application. So meaning to say that you can even do things like your cream, like like your cheesecakes, right? Even be it whether is it a non-baked cheesecake or be it whether is it a baked cheesecake, this ankle cream cheese is really really good. Really gives a lot of creaminess in your whole dish. One of the other applications that I use it for is also for mac and cheese. Sometimes also I like to add it inside my mac and cheese next to just cheddar. It gives it much more volume, gives me much more mouthfeel and much more creaminess. Right, so yeah, the ankle cream cheese is really really good. Right, so back to our eggs. So as you can see that right now, the sacs are slowly starting to form up. Okay, you can take some oil and just spread it towards the side of the eggs, just to kind of like crisp up the sides of it. Okay, I'm gonna cover it back. Okay, the other thing also that into this dish that we are using is also culinary cream, right? Anchor's culinary cream is unlike any other cream, is purely because it is super stable, right? You can add in like any kind of like citrics, things like lemon juice, lime juice, inside your pasta, inside any kind of dish, right? And the cream does not split, right? It also gives a very excellent coating in terms of like doing sauces, in terms of doing soups and also stuff like that as well, right? So this is really something that I would highly recommend as well. Right, so let's take it out. So as you can see, the this egg has already formed up its base, and I know that the bottom right now it's already brown. I mean, it's brown, it's crispy, right? So right now, what we want to do is that we want to flip this egg, right? We want to flip this so that we can cook it on the other side as well, right? So it's a very simple thing, and it's really really just about confidence and about just go, right? When you want to do it. So having a plate, okay. What you want to do is to cover it, and then 1, 2, 3, give it a flip. Look at that. And now that it's already on a plate, slowly, gently slide it back down. If you have something like this, it's not a problem, right? You can just take a spatula and slowly hit back the sides. Right? So as you can see, I have a really really nice brown and crisp base, and then press it back down. So this is a great breakfast dish. If you have kids, if let's say you are feeling really really lazy in the morning, right? It's really simply about taking anything in your fridge, throwing it all into your pan, whip up some eggs together with some cream and cheese, and pretty much that's it, you know. Okay. So we flatten it, right? At this time, I'm gonna turn up this heat just a little bit higher. Medium heat would be good. Okay, press it all down. And during this time, the cream cheese is actually slowly melting. It's slowly melting, but yet it is still in one place inside the egg, right? So later on, when you actually cut it, you actually see the cream cheese oozing out of the eggs as well. So. Whoops. Okay, just slowly. Right, so just a few more seconds and it should be done. So using your hands, you can just give it a touch, right? Once you feel that it's firm, it is nice. Okay, it's nice and firm to the touch, and it's ready. Okay, so what you want to do now is it's the same thing, really. Take a nice plate, cover it, 1, 2, 3, and then we give it a flip, right? And there you have it. Look at that, man. It's really, really beautiful. Okay, and you can take chives, any kind of herbs that which you have. Give it a sprinkle. Right. Garnish it really, really nicely. This is a beautiful family dish with your kids, with anybody, really. Okay. And there you have it, a piping hot frittata with your cream cheese, a bit of salmon, a bit of spinach, and a whole lot of ingredients inside it. Simple, fast, and easy.